Hello students, welcome to engineering geology classes. In today's class, we will discuss about the natural disasters and their mitigation. So the natural disaster includes the different disasters which are occurring on the earth, right? Like the flood, tsunami, then we have droughts, earthquakes, okay, tornadoes. All these are the different natural disasters. So how to define these natural disasters? So there are various definitions which are given by the different people. So the first one definition, okay, we'll see, that is how to define a natural disaster. So it is an event that is classified as a disaster if at least 10 people are killed and or more 100 or more than 100 people are affected, and or an appeal for international assistance is made, or a state of emergency is declared. So this definition was given by CRED in 2000. So what according to this definition, what they say is the natural disaster is an event. Okay, when we call it as a natural disaster, when there is at least the death of 10 people and or the 100 or more people are affected, and there will be an appeal for international assistance that is made, or there will be a state of emergency which is declared. So this is one definition. One more definition is a serious disruption of functioning of the society. So there will be a serious disruption in the functioning of the society which cause the widespread human, material or the environmental losses which exceed the capacity of affected society to cope using only its own resources. So that is one more definition. So that is given by United Nations. So what is that definition? It is a serious disruption. So there will be a discontinuation in the regular activities, like a serious disruption of functioning of the society, like the best yes, the that is causing widespread human, material or the environmental losses which exceed the capacity of the affected society to cope up using its own resources. So such type of disasters, you can declare it as a natural disaster. So these are the few definitions. Then we'll see what are the different types of disasters. So you can see here there are droughts, floods, tsunamis, then thunderstorms, okay, earthquakes, wildfires, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes and volcanoes. So these are all or the El Nino and La Nino, these are all the effects or the natural disasters which are taking place on the earth on a continuous or on a periodical cycle. So we'll discuss one by one all the natural disasters, and we'll discuss how to mitigate the natural disasters. So the first type of disaster we'll discuss is landslide. So what is a landslide? So landslide is a geological phenomena which includes a wide range of ground movement. So the word itself tells us that land is sliding, so it is landslide. So what happens in this, you can see in the image this land, okay, which has moved. So there will be a movement or the sliding of the land, okay, which was here already. Okay, so a landslide is a geological phenomena which includes a wide range of ground movement, such as the rock fall, or a deep failure of slopes, or the shallow debris flow. So there are different types of landslides based on the what type of movement or what type of material is involved in the movement. So although the gravity is acting on over a steep slope area, that is the primary reason for a landslide to happen. That is the gravitational force which is pulling the loose material. Okay, that is the first reason. So apart from this, there are other contributing factors which are responsible for the landslide hazard. So an avalanche is, that is also is caused when a buildup of snow is released on a downslope. So whenever such type of sliding takes place in a snow, okay, in the polar regions or where there is a ice, there also these type of landslides occur, and those are called as avalanche. Okay, so that is one of the major danger which is faced in the mountain regions in the winter season. Okay, so that is again because of the gravity current. So this is the one disaster, which is the landslide which occurs. So in few years back there was a landslide in Maharashtra which almost vanished the complete village. Okay, that village is no more. Okay, all the houses, all the people, they have buried under these landslide. So that is the effect of landslide. Then we'll see next disaster, that is a drought. So drought is what? Drought is a condition, or it is a consequence of natural reduction in the precipitation, or you can say rainfall. So wherever there is a less rainfall, or there is a reduction in the precipitation over a large period or extended period of time, then usually that is a season, or that is more often associated with the climatic factor. That is where the temperature is high, okay, and the winds are also high, and the humidity is relatively low. So such areas are affected by drought conditions. So they can, so this drought condition or drought situation that occurs or wherever there is a high temperature region, or there is a less rainfall, there is a scarcity of water. So an interplay between the natural water availability and the human demands for water supply, that causes the drought. So wherever there is a less availability of water, obviously the people will be suffered more. They even don't get water for drinking. So that is the major impact of drought. Then the next disaster, if you see, that is a flood. So this flood, okay, last year also we faced this problem of flood. So the flood is a condition that occurs when the water overflows the natural or the artificial confines of the stream or a water body. Okay, or it will accumulate by drainage over a low lying areas. So it is a temporary individuation of normally dry land with water or the suspended matter, and that is caused by overflowing of the river. So flood is caused when there is a excess of water, when the river overflows its banks. Okay, that causes the flood. So this occurs because of the excess of precipitation, or there may be sometimes storms surge, tsunamis. Okay, the big waves they come. Okay, then the mud flow. Okay, they again cause the flood. So that is again a very disaster. You can say that is a very dangerous condition where people who are suffering from this flood situation, they don't get even food for eating. Then there will be water, but there is no availability of fresh drinking water for drinking. Okay, so the connections will be lost, there will be loss of life, property, you cannot move from one place to other place, there will be disturbance in all type of works. So that is again one of the major natural disaster. Then the next one is forest fire. So that is an uncontrolled fire which occurs in the vegetation which is more than 6 feet, okay, in height. And these fires, they often reach the proportion of major conflagration, and they are sometimes they begin by combustion and heat which is from the surface and the ground fires. So when the trees, they rub against each other, that time also the fire happens, or there will be some human error that again causes the forest fire. When the trees are dry and the temperature is more, that also causes the forest fire. So there will be loss of life, property, wild animals, they get more affected because of this forest fire. So last year in January, okay, there was a forest fire in Australia, right, that has affected lot of people and wild animals which were living in the forest. So that is again a natural disaster. Then the next is tropical cyclones, typhoons and hurricanes. So these are all the regional names for the same phenomena which is happening in the water. So tropical cyclones, when we say, when there is a depression, okay, in the tropics which develop into the storm in the southwest Indian Ocean. So when there is a storm in the Indian Ocean or the Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea or the parts of South Pacific along the northern coast of Australia, then we use the word as tropical cyclone. So there will be a cyclone in the water. Okay, so if it occurs in Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea and South Pacific Ocean towards the northern coast of Australia, then we use the word as tropical cyclones. Then typhoons are used for the same cyclones when they occur in the northwest Pacific Ocean. Okay, and when we use the word hurricanes is when in Caribbean or Southeast United States, okay, or the Central America. So when there are cyclones in the water in these places, then we use the word as hurricanes. The same phenomena, but as the place changes, the name also changes. So these again have adverse effect on the aquatic life. Okay, then it will affect or it will hit the coast. Okay, so the people residing in coastal area, they get more affected when such type of cyclones, typhoons or hurricanes come and they hit the coast. So that is again one of the natural disaster. Then we'll see what are the impacts of these natural disasters. So the first impact is impact can be direct or indirect in their effects. So direct impact arise from the direct physical damage on the crops or the animals or the trees which is caused by extreme hydrometeorological events. So there will be change in the hydro, that is water, and meteorological conditions, that is atmospheric variations. Then indirect impacts, they refer to the loss of potential production due to disturbed flow of goods, okay, or the services, or the lost production capacity and increased cost of production. So these appear progressively as a result of low income, then there will be decrease in the production, then environmental degradation and other factors, so they get affected. Then the impacts can also be classified as tangible or intangible. So tangible impacts, that is the impacts, those that can be easily measured in the monetary terms, okay. And the intangible impacts, they are often difficult to measure in monetary terms, that is for example anxiety or fear or the future natural disaster inconvenience, and there will be disruption to the farm work, okay, and the stress induced ill health and human facilities. So these are the impacts of natural disasters. Then apart from this, there will be a loss of perennial crops such as banana trees or forests, that has long term consequences on the ability of ability to generate the income. Then if you talk about the floods, they make land unsuitable for agriculture production until the water which has accumulated, that recedes. While hurricanes, they might wash out all the land or permanently there will be increase in the salinity of the um, soil which is there in that particular area because of the storm surge or flash floods. Then localized disasters also occur, or they tend to produce limited aggregate impacts, unlike the countrywide natural events such as hurricanes which occur in the uh, areas. So then recurrent disasters in the same geographical area, they might again lead to reduced investment due to the perceived risk of asset loss or immigration from stricken areas, okay. So that is again one of the impact because of the natural disaster. Then next is how to mitigate, okay, how to overcome these natural disasters. So there are World Summit on Sustainable Development, that is WSSD. So the need to mitigate the effect of drought and flood through improved use of climate and weather information and forecast, early warning system, and the land and natural resource management, agricultural practice, and ecosystem conservation. So there are various systems which are coming up, like early warning system. If you talk about, it will give information about the tsunami, okay, early warning, okay. Then weather information and the forecast, we get daily updates of weathers, okay, because of the satellites which are evolving around the earth. So we have to use those information and we can try to overcome the situation. Then the new technologies, they have brought about an accelerated increase in the in our knowledge of climate system, that is what I told, that is the satellites, the ocean bios, okay, and expandable bathymeter graphs, okay. They give us the information, okay. There are aircraft which are manned or automatic, they will give the information about all these natural disasters which are about to happen. Then the planning, early warning, and well prepared response strategies, they are the major tools for mitigation of these losses which are happening because of the natural disasters. Then the scientific understanding, the accuracy and timeless of weather and flood warning, they have the significantly improved over last few decades. Then today the accuracy of forecast, if you see, of large scale weather pattern, for 7 days they predict well in advance, okay, for a week. In our mobiles also we get the daily weather updates, okay. So we can overcome these situations, we can take some precautionary measures and overcome these natural disasters. Then the accuracy of these tropical cyclones track, they forecast, and the timeliness of the warning, they have been steadily improving in the past few years. And the evolving internet, that has also again proven an invaluable tool in facilitating the exchange of global and regional climate monitoring and prediction information. So all these are possible because of the advanced technologies we can use, and we can overcome the natural disasters. Thank you.